Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's an early 4:49 in the morning for me here on a Tuesday. And that is early for me, and I'm up this early because I have a tad bit of homework to do before school, and this is the busiest day of school that I have of the week. It's 9 to 5, baby. Or, like 9 to 6, actually. Those are the working hours of the day, and I will be working during those hours. But I got a little bit of homework. Don't worry, it's not too much homework. It's not like last semester. They're not working me too hard this time, so you guys don't have to worry about me. A video is due today, and so I'm just gonna crank out a short little one. Unfortunately, I can't make this a practice log. One, because I can't really film any substantial practice right now, or at least I'm scared to, because this is the first time I'm doing the homework, and I don't know how long it's gonna take. And also, I was cutting limes 2 days ago, and I cut my finger. But those lines are a flap of skin that has been sliced off my finger, and then I have some like liquid band-aid on it to try to just keep it in place, and I'm really hoping that skin just rafts back on, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna have a little chunk missing out of a pretty important, like, I think the very end of my callus of my finger. I tend to have a little callus here from playing guitar. By the way, I'm a classical guitarist, and I tend to have a callus here. And the cut's like right there. It's like cutting into the callus a good bit. And the implications of that on my playing would, I don't know what they would be, but it would probably not be good. So I'm hoping that graph's back on. I didn't play any guitar yesterday because of this. I could have worked on the right hand. I've been practicing like 5 hours a day every day. I took a day off yesterday. I am going to practice today, though. You're not going to see any of it. And even though today is a practice log, I'm just going to dedicate it to answering questions, just so it's a short, simple video for me to edit while I have to be in class this whole day. Normal reactions and other more intricate videos will be coming soon, I promise. But you guys know the deal. So with that being said, let's just talk about my robust comment section for a little bit, talk about guitar, and then we're all gonna go home. All right. It's 4:53 now. How long did that intro take? So let's jump into the comment question, shall we? This one is from Flymaged, posted 8 hours ago and edited. I assume you edited out all of the obscenities and slurs for my potential heritage that you are guessing, maybe. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Alright. And this one is on my first competition log. And at that competition, I actually received an award. My first real award. And by real award, not like an award that my mommy gave me for playing guitar for her, but I got a 3rd place award from a competition that's not judged by my mommy, so they were pretty objective about it, I think. Just to paint the scene a little bit, apart from any other comments I might have on your performance, I found it kind of amazing that at the end of the Bach, you damped the sound so quickly. You found that amazing? It's not that hard to do that. You just kind of slap your hand on the strings and it stops it. I was astonished. I was astonished that you didn't let the sound just naturally fade out, even a little bit. And I have listened to you perform the fugue in each competition. That was actually a prelude that you heard in each competition. Doesn't matter, though. You don't need to know that. In each competition, and do the exact same thing. I did the exact same thing because those competitions were all within a month. And when you're a classical musician, usually you practice everything that you're doing. And ideally, like, really the goal is to have an extremely consistent performance. And that means that all the nuances that you want the illusion of being, like, in the moment are coming out the same every time. A nuance that you might hear in a performance is like when a melody is climbing through a scale, you might crescendo or get louder a little bit. Because imagine if you were singing a melody, which is like a very natural way for music to come about. Like, a lot of phrasing comes from how you would sing stuff. As you climb a scale, you would probably get louder because it takes more air, you're like constricting more, and you're gonna get louder. On guitar, there's no intuitive dynamics like that, so you need to learn to add them in yourself. And that's what you want to make really consistent through your practice. So yes, the way I played in competition in that month was hopefully very similar. People disagree with that. Like, we've watched Julian Bream documentaries on this show where he says that he would never want to play something the same ever. That would be like a tragedy for him. But Julian Bream was a very unusual guitarist. He was also like a lot of people's favorite guitarist, so maybe that's telling you something. But sort of the antithesis of Julian Bream at the time was John Williams, and I would bet you if you listen to like various recordings, his interpretations are probably pretty consistent. And he was also more of a like school-trained schoolboy guitarist who like does everything the right way or whatever. So that's the deal with that. Continuing on. Honestly, I don't want to be harsh or unkind, but I think it doesn't reflect well on your musicality. How dare you, sir? Where's my glove? How dare you? You're not being harsh or unkind. That's just criticism, which I'm very open to, and I thank you for that. Let me demonstrate what you're talking about, or at least try to. Hopefully my finger doesn't come apart at the seams and I bleed on my guitar like some rock star heathen. So I guess I played the ending. That's usually how it ended, I think. So I don't know how much you want. That's something to think about, though. Like, people do that. I hear that a lot. I guess the reason why I'm cutting it off kind of quick, I'm kind of doing it rhythmically, maybe, because the whole thing is very like I'm still holding it out longer. I don't know. I will genuinely think about that. Endings are definitely something that I struggle with. Because, like, how do you end a piece like that, really? Like, it's hard to know. So just thinking about it more would probably be a good idea for me. Something that I could respond to your comment with is, like, I am an artist. And it's the dumbest thing in the world to tell an artist not to do something or to do something, right? That's, like, I hate to bring it up. That's, like, what Marson said in his interview. And in the last video we noticed when we were listening to the Chopin Nocturne that he put out 7 years ago and just now in 2026, sounds exactly the same, and it still sounds equally as, like, jagged and like, I don't know, it, like, I think that doesn't reflect well on his musicality. But I'm not going to respond to your comment in that way, because my musicality is something that I very much care about developing for the rest of my life, and I'm pouring hours and hours every day. Not so much yesterday, but most days, like, especially when I don't have an excuse not to practice, like my cut up finger. But I'm pouring hours and hours and thousands of dollars every year into the pursuit of more musical playing. Technique as well. My technique has a long way to go before I'm super satisfied with it. But I would say my musicality probably has an even longer way to go before I'm happy with it. Like, that'll never be good enough. Honestly, if I could pick one of those things, my technique or my musicality, to, like, double today, musicality every time. I would listen to someone with bad technique and, like, excellent musicality and expression over the opposite any day. And that's what a lot of people like about Julian Bream, I think, because he, like, oozes musicality, and he has that kind of musicality where he doesn't even know what he's doing. Like, he even says he plays it differently every time. He hopes he plays it differently every time. So throughout the years, I hope that I play that Prelude differently, and I'm certainly open to any criticism about it. And if something reflects badly, like, about my musicality to you, rest assured that I'm working on it, and the final product of that Prelude is not me when I'm 28. I would love to hear this Prelude when I'm, like, 55, because I know that up to this point I've been working hard on this stuff, and I will probably keep working hard on it forever. And I'm very open to changing things and making things even more detailed and more musical in ways that make sense to me and the listener. So yeah, that's what I got for you. How about that? Okay, here's some comments from the last practice log. From Joe Wild 55. You look a lot more comfortable when you make mistakes, and you're referring to my most recent master class that I posted. That wasn't that good, but you're commenting on it. In the competitions, when you made a mistake, you looked literally scared, lol. And it's stupid, isn't it? But you really can't help it. It's terrifying to play this music. I think that's something that the academic musics kind of have that's unique to them, because music is supposed to be this, like, expression, like this self-expression, right? But really classical and, like, jazz too, they're more of a language, and that same fear, like, not that I would know because I only speak one language, that'll probably never change, I know, I'm sorry, but you hear with people learning new languages, they're scared to speak to natives, or they're scared to just try to have a conversation, just because the fear of, like, mispronouncing stuff is just something that people worry about. So it probably feels similar to trying to give a speech in a language that you don't speak to an audience of fluent speakers, and your goal is to make them believe that you speak fluently. Really, the answer is you have to actually learn and be truly fluent. What is being fluent? You have to be fluent in the harmony of classical music or jazz or whatever, and you have to be fluent with how it's actually played and the phrasing that is, like, implied with those harmonies. And to get there, it just takes a lot of experience, and the road getting there is a scary one, giving your speech before you're perfectly fluent. So if you're going to care so much, I guess you just have to become fluent and have confidence in knowing that what you're doing is correct, or even if it's not correct, you know what's going on and it's effective. And that just takes your whole life, and you just kind of have to deal with that. Yeah. Should we go through any more? I'll read this last one. This one's from Book Davids on the same video, of course. I've heard it said that guitar is easy to learn, but the most difficult to play well. I have to believe that. It's the only way I can sleep at night. Whoa. This is what masterclass is for. To break every nerve like you drank 2 gallons of coffee 15 minutes ago. Don't do that. Ooh. Don't drink 2 gallons of coffee. Don't drink it 15 minutes before masterclass. I drank a Sheet's coffee when I was driving to my mom's house with Heather, and it was their cold brew coffee. Just no sugar, just like straight black coffee. And I drank the whole thing, and an hour later I was like sick. Like I felt like I'd smoked a whole pack of cigarettes. And then the sickness subsided after I was at my mom's house, and I tried playing guitar. Everything was rushed. It was like I've never experienced like caffeine jitters that affect my playing like that. But I was like, oh my god, if this were a recital or something, I would have to refund everybody. I couldn't help but like rush into every phrase like I was a madman. Mad dash to the end of every phrase. I could not play musically after that. Coffee, caffeine, energy drinks, don't do them. This is something my guitar teacher told me. He's never had an issue being awake or alert right before a performance. You know, you're awake. There's no way around that. You can be sleep deprived, no caffeine. You're gonna be awake before that because it's terrifying. It might make the day of practice before that performance a little more sluggish. It's okay though. It's totally worth it. On performance days, drink coffee after. No caffeine that day. Unless you want to live your life on hard mode. Before that recital class, I did take a caffeine pill like 6 hours before. But hey, I got pretty nervous, so what do you think? Alright, so like you drank 2 gallons of coffee 15 minutes ago, but you are as calm as a frozen lake. Whoa. I like how you just put woes in your comments. Oh, 3 woes in total. You'll get there. Experience after practice is everything. Whoa. That comment's really what I mean when I say whoa. Just all of that in between the woes is nice. Yeah, exactly. It just takes time. I have homework to do, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to try practicing after this. No playing today. Hey, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. I do have a recital class that is a place for classical musicians to show up and perform for other classical musicians, mainly guitarists. We've had one pianist show up. We don't hold that against him, though. So it's just something that happens every week, and you don't have to go every week, but anytime you're ready to play, you can try and then see what happens, and then how you perform can dictate how you feel about yourself that week. So it's a really good thing for everyone. Of course, head on down over to Rootin's Delight for some merch. I'll see you in the next one. It'll be a more intricate video next time, but I took a day off yesterday and today is pretty busy, so this is what we got. But hopefully that's something for you. All right, I'll see you in the next one.